Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Russ with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, here with another highly requested video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to replace the battery on an SM-R820 watch. So let's begin. I go by heating up the back housing first just to loosen up the glue. Next step, take the 3-point screwdriver, 2.0 by 25mm screwdriver, and unscrew the 4 screws. Next, we're going to take this flat-headed screwdriver that's super thin. We're just going to go into the crack a little bit. Make sure not to scratch up the housing, and then once it's lifted up slightly, go in with the thin pry tool. That's plastic. That's not going to damage the housing. And don't lift it all the way up because there is a ribbon that will need to be unhooked. This ribbon that will need to be unhooked before prying it up. Next, we see here we got the screen ribbon, the speaker ribbon, the depth sensor ribbon, the button ribbon, and the microphone ribbon. So we're gonna have to unhook those ribbons, get to the board, and underneath the board there's the battery. So go ahead with that pry tool. And with this pry tool, even if you go on any contact points, it's not going to break anything because it is plastic, and it's a lot harder material that's on the board, and it's not going to damage anything. I mean, if you do it pretty hard, it will pop something off, but usually it should be good. And next, I like to use this flat-headed screwdriver just to pry up the housing that's in the screen housing. So I'd like to set the screen aside. Next, I'd like to use the Phillips screwdriver, unscrew the screw. It's on the board, holding the board and battery together in the housing. Set the screw aside, and what I like to do, there's gonna be a ribbon for the power button. I like to just remove that, place the board aside, and in order to get the battery out of the housing, you will have to pry it up. There is glue underneath it. Make sure it all comes out with it. But before prying it all the way up, make sure the actual ribbon to the battery is pried up. Sometimes you will have the writing come off, but that's fine. It's just as long as you didn't puncture anything through it. And then you get your replacement battery. And you put the replacement battery back in. Next, you put the board back on. It'll clip right in. Make sure the screw is going to go into the correct spot, which it is. Awesome. Now you can put the ribbon back down for the button. Next, make sure all the ribbons are out of place before placing it back on. The big ribbon always goes where the big slot is on the board. Make sure all the ribbons are out of the way so you don't break one or damage one. Plug them back in. They should plug in freely, nicely. And before anything, just make sure the unit turns on, it's functioning properly. And while you wait, might as well grab a cup of coffee, you know? Alright, now once it has booted up, make sure you check the board, everything's good, it's ready to pair. Awesome, the battery seems like it's functioning normally, it's not showing 0%. Usually when the batteries come in, they are charged up a little bit, so that's a good sign. So next, what we're going to do is just power off the unit, and we're going to be placing the back housing back on. And first of all, just plug the ribbon back in. And then since Since I didn't break the seal's still on there. It's a brand new back housing seal. I don't need to put the 704 glue on, but if you do puncture the seal and you feel like it's necessary in order for you to put on the glue, this glue has been tested and it works the best for our electronics or any electronic repairs that I would recommend. It's on our website at joesge.com. Next, I just press it and put the housing back on and use the 3-point screwdriver, screw the 4 screws back on. Awesome, and there you have it, and that is how you replace the battery on an SM-R820 watch. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.